It's something out of X-Files or something out of COVID, straight out of COVID.
Oh yeah. Well, so here's another thing.
Here we
Well,
are.
this is not a surprise because actually, we don't have it on the docket, but
this from BBC.
Not too long ago, I saw a kind of expose video online where there was exactly this. So,
okay, so here we have two Chinese nationals who tried to smuggle a very deadly fungus into the US that officials describe as dangerous biological pathogen. And so the fungus called Fusarium graminearum, there are all these like fancy Latin names, I'm going to butcher it. But basically, it says it can cause a disease in wheat, barley, maize, and rice that can wipe out crops and lead to vomiting and liver damage if it gets into food. So they call it a potential agriterrorism weapon. So if this spreads, it can basically cause like mass destruction, like for loads of wheat and barley and rice and corn. Like maize is corn, right? So, and the US produces loads of this, not just for itself, but also for other countries, as far as I know. And if this got out, it could cause huge like destruction, like for bread or like other food products. Now, what the Chinese nationals claim is that it was brought into the country to be used for research purposes, for like university or something. I mean, they always like.
No, you know what this reminds me of? The meme. You know that meme online where it's like, it's like this video or a girl, beautiful girl, and someone says, "What's their Instagram for research purposes?" Come on, that's the first thing that comes into my head. It's like, oh no, this was for research purposes.
I mean. Wasn't this one of the scenarios about COVID that it came out of a lab, that it was like some research thing and wasn't particularly for bioweapon? I don't know.
The thing is, they've been caught red-handed before. They've been caught red-handed. I just linked you here. About a year ago. This is what it reminded me of. So there's a video about this, and it was in California. It was a biolab, and they found it was terribly regulated. They just found all these diseases, Ebola, everything, COVID, even just in these freezers. And it was actually uncovered.
From a while ago, by the way.
Yeah, it was a year ago. This is what I'm trying to say. That's what it reminded me about. And there's a video that you can play. It's the link above it, where this was uncovered because there was this extractor tube that seemed very yeah. Go, scroll up there. So there was someone
out of a wall.
Was like, there was what do you call them? They're called like they're these people who do checkups on things, to see if everything's
like health checks
code
and stuff.
Yeah, like a code. They check. They have it in the States, like to see if your light fixtures are correct and this type of thing. So they noticed that, and so they just were trying to inquire about that. And then they entered, and they were shocked because they hit the mother lode. They found all these fridges that you shouldn't be storing these diseases. And this is what I'm saying. So this is not the first time, you know what I'm saying, that this thing comes up.
Here there were like 40 trash can, like
and this was last year,
full of bio,
this was about a year ago.
Everything.
Play the video's about a minute long. You can check it out. This is about, and you know what the worst thing about this whole case is? The FBI and the CDC, they came in, they just destroyed everything. They didn't even bother testing things, and all the locals of the area
immediately destroyed it all to like cover it up.
The locals were all freaking out. They're like, wait a second, why didn't you conduct a proper investigation about this?
Like where's this from? Like, are the same people going to bring this stuff in again? Should be
there was not only that, but there was unmarked sacks and things. So we have no idea what those things could be. Anyway.
An illegal Chinese-run biolab was discovered in California back in March. Now, photos from the lab are coming out, painting a horrific scene. Local and federal officials raided the lab, which was genetically engineering mice and experimenting with COVID-19, HIV, herpes, and malaria.
Wait, they said they were experimenting with COVID as if that wasn't bad enough. Like they want something worse. Like
not only that, they had literally Ebola and all sorts of things in there. Malaria.
Who's behind all this? This is what I want to know.
Well,
like,
China makes the claims that they have nothing to do with it, so I don't know.
This is messed
I mean,
up. This is
I'm not going to accuse China.
Like on another
obviously,
level.
that doesn't make sense. Yeah, no, but this is not the only case. There have been other cases, but in the U.S. So this goes to show you how stuff is just coming in. You know what I'm saying?
And then not like having a proper investigation for these
things.
And
there's another thing. After this story, because I remember seeing this last year, there were claims that they thought that this was also occurring in Europe too. So that there were things going on, below the radar, and that's how crazy it gets.
Do you think they're run by the same people, like everywhere, on different continents?
I mean, for sure, there's some sort of centralized process where they're connecting to, because these aren't rogue people. I mean, how do they get access to this stuff? You can't just get access to Ebola like that, or to malaria. Let's be honest.
Where do they get it from? They can't just like buy it off a shelf.
Well, that's what I mean. So it must be that they're getting it from somewhere, of a certain influence, but it's always like, hush hush type,
But where? Where would somebody go to buy this? Well, like on the dark web or something?
You go to the same marketplace where that guy had the bat suit.
Like Wuhan.
Yeah.
Wuhan, like a food market, like on Wednesdays.
You just ask for one bat soup, please, and then there you go.
This is NTV.